Got in here. Got some folks already in there. Come on in. Hit that like button on your way in, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you. Thank you. You guys are awesome. Yeah, we hit 1,000 subscribers last night. Pretty big milestone. So we got a giveaway I'm announced today. I need Tim in here from Big Dog Forge though. To talk to him first. I'm sure you guys all know what I'm talking about, but I'm not going to say anything until he's in here and I can ask the man himself. Thank you. Good morning. Good morning. Buddy Bell, Billy Martin, Rob, John, Joe Hammond, Dan. Yeah, you was there, wasn't you, Joe? John. Everybody was pushing to hit that 1,000 mark last night. So, today we're going to be back to the chest set, so to speak. We're not going to be necessarily working on the chest set. I need to make some tooling for the chest set so I can continue it. I need to make some butcher tools and some punches and stuff like that, and some ball punches and things like that, some bottom swages. So this episode and maybe the next one's going to be on doing some tooling that I need to finish the pieces. So Jason Sullivan, how are you? You over there talking to the chickens, Willard? Oh. Yeah, I made the chain. You want to see the chain? Yep, I made every bit of that. All forge welded. Looks pretty good, don't it? Yeah, I plan on making a nice long chain. I want to wrap one around the anvil eventually, and a couple other things I want to do. But for now, these are what I use to hold down my drifts when I'm making my hammers. They're nice and heavy. Nice and heavy. Morning, Miss Penny. How you doing? So today, I'm going to start with making a butcher. If you guys don't know what a butcher tool is, Roy at Christ Centered Ironworks, he recently done some butcher tools, and also John Switzer over at Black Bear Forge did some butchers. They've got great examples of what they are. I don't have any here, that's why I'm having to make some. So I can't really show you what a butcher tool looks like until we're finished. But I want to make about quarter inch, maybe 5/16 inch butcher tool, because I want to do some detail work on the king, stuff like that. And then I'm going to make a half round ball fuller as well. It's going to be flat on one side, round on the other, domed on top, because we're going to punch out some eye sockets and cheeks and things like that. So I need to make this down to about, I'd say 3/8, something like that. We're starting with 5/8 stock right now. This is 41/38 inches long. We got two of them. So that's what we're going to be working on today. Hope you guys enjoy it. Hang out, share the feed, get some folks in here, because we do have a pretty big announcement giveaway. Or giveaway announcement, excuse me, English James. It's not hard. Been speaking it your whole life. So, let's see. Greetings. Yeah, I see what you did there, Alan. Good morning. Everybody hit that like button. 21 of you in here, only 8 of you hit the thumbs up. Come on, guys. I got a pretty nice giveaway for you. Hit that like button. We're going to get these in the fire. We're going to work on the butcher tool first. 4130, so I'm just going to normalize it because I don't plan on doing any cold work with these, and I really only heat treat my punches and chisels that I do cold work with. As far as hot work, I just normalize it real well, make it out of decent tool steel. That way it's going to hold up. So, some people do it differently. Some people heat treat the tip of it and just, or they'll quench the whole thing, or the first half of it, and do what's called a draw temper and let the heat from the back of it run back to the tip to blue. Some people do it that way on all their punches and chisels. I prefer only to do it on my cold working chisels and stuff. So, good morning, Richard Bryant, Cody Oldick. You love how punny we are? Ha! I see how you doing this morning, guys. Everybody's comedians today. Afternoon, Lim. I'm glad you got your tongs, sir. I hope they work well for you, man. I hope they last you for a long time. Uh, Truly, thank you for the support, man. Get this good and hot. Anybody seen Tim from Big Dog? Anybody? Someone go wake him up. Good. I'm glad you like the tongs, Lim. I'm glad you like them. Have you got to use them a lot yet? Hope so. We're gonna sit here and chat for a minute while we're waiting on that to get hot. 1,000 subscriber giveaway. Everybody knows me for really for hammers. That's kind of what you guys discovered about me. Everybody loves my hammers that follows the channel. A lot of people keep yelling hammer giveaway. They want to see a hammer giveaway for the 1,000 subscribers, you know. And yeah, I think that's appropriate. I really do. But I just made a hammer last week on the live stream, and I don't know if you guys want to see a hammer this week. But a lot of you know that I did that dog's head hammer. I'll go ahead and show you that. The one that Tim from Big Dog Forge sent a billet over. We got it finished up. Let's take you over here in the light, where we can show you this hammer in the light. Can you see the pattern on that? I don't know how well you can see it. Somebody tell me yes or no. Can you see it? Because I can't. I can see the pattern holding it here, but the lighting is odd on the camera. I don't know. Pattern's not really showing. How about that? Can you see it now? There you go. I can see it up on the camera now. The lighting sucks in here, guys. I'm sorry. Turn the camera away from the sun so the piece is not in the lens. Okay, let's try that. Hope that's a little better for you. You can really see it there. But yeah, the hammer turned out pretty good. Turned out really well, except I don't know if you can see it. This crack. See this crack right here? You see that crack right there, guys? I feel terrible. Cracked in the quench. Warm oil quench, normalized it 4 times. Quenched it in warm oil as instructed. And it was not cracked before it went in because I did the rough grind. Then it came out of the oil cracked. And man, I was gutted because it was meant to go up for auction. You know, that's why Tim sent it to me. And at this point, I do not want to sell something to someone that has a crack. I don't want to take money for this piece because it is not a functional piece. It is more of a wall hanger, and it's just who I am. I don't want to. I don't want someone to feel like they got taken, and I don't want someone to feel like I tried to take someone. Okay, that's not who I am at all. I don't want someone. I don't want my. It's a reputation thing. I'm not selling someone something that's cracked that's supposed to be used. Because even though people say they want to hang this on their wall, it's a functional hammer. It's supposed to be. You're supposed to be able to take it down and use it, and you can't because of that crack. So if Tim is to be so kind, I would like to use this for my 1,000 subscriber giveaway. Since all of you guys keep telling me you want a hammer for the 1,000 subscriber giveaway, and this was meant to be auctioned, but I don't feel it can be anymore. I think it would be appropriate to give it away. Because it's you guys that caused me to get to 1,000 subscribers. It's all for you guys. So I really, really think that would be awesome. You hope the part I got don't crack. What do you mean, Billy? What part did you get? Dan's, no, I did not get your email. When did you send it? I have not seen it yet. Send one again. I haven't seen it. It's not a surface crack, Roy. It's a pretty good crack, man. See, I really wish it was a surface crack, but it's not. When it came out of the etch, I could see bubbles coming up out of it. It's a good crack, unfortunately. And so I just don't feel right selling it. And since it was meant to be sold to go to someone else, not meant for me to keep, I think if Big Dog would allow it, I think that would be awesome for me to do that as my 1,000 subscriber giveaway. Thumbs up if you like that idea. Please put them in the chat. Let me know. I think it's a great idea. Because, I mean, it's important to me. 1,000 subscribers, man. I'm thrilled. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Email address is countylineforge@gmail.com. Okay, I got some thumbs up there. There's a couple people that say, Granddad gives me the... There you go. I agree with you, Rob. Thumbs up for everybody. Okay, so it looks like if Big Dog allows it, I will do that for my giveaway. Okay? The scales. Yeah, I haven't gotten to anybody on the scales just yet, Al. I've been rather busy, but I do have them, and I want to take care of you guys on that. Just give me a little time. Life's a little busy right now, you know. I'm going to hook all of you up with some scales and send some emails. I've got you all your emails starred in a different folder. That way when I get time to sit down and take care of it, I'll get back to each one of you individually and collect the shipping for it. All right? Everybody's giving a unanimous thumbs up. I think it's going to happen. I don't think Tim's going to go against the grain on that one. I love that idea as well. All right. Whoa. Almost used it. You see that? Almost used it. It's going to start by kind of squaring this end up a little bit. And we can take it down close to the size we need before we forge the butcher end on it. And you got to do some filing work and everything like that to dress it up and get it sharp. You can forge it pretty close to shape. You got the extra. Oh, you got that extra piece of billet that he made. Okay. Yeah, next stop 10,000, Roy. I can't wait for that. If I do a Damascus hammer for 1,000, What, what on earth could I do for 10,000? Goodness, right? You would be happy to pay shipping should you win. Oh, Richard Bryant, you didn't get to see the scales. Well, last week I showed everybody a big giant box of cherry and walnut scales that a subscriber sent in for me to give to you guys. And they're all book matched, they're all stabilized, everything like that. So, you know, I just got to get them out to you. And take this thing down about 3/8 before I start on the butcher end of it. And we're dead at 3/8 right now. So next heat I'll come back out and I'm going to come in at an angle this way to because I want it kind of a steep butcher, but not too much. I'll go right here on the edge of my anvil and I'll upset that corner back down in to create my butcher end there. And then once you dress that up, it should be right around the size that I'm wanting it. Hopefully. What'd he say?
He said 10,000 for the Damascus axe.
10,000 subs. Let's see. A bigger Damascus hammer, 10,000 subs, a Damascus axe. Yeah, minus the crack. Roy, you know how that is, man. I guarantee it. You've seen it more than your fair share of times. Get all the way done with a project, go through the heat treat process like you should, then it still messes up. Buddy Willard over here asked me earlier, he says, how do you prevent that from happening? I said, this. That right there. That's all you can do at that point, you know? Am I right, Roy? Careful, don't go over the far edge and create an offset there. You just want to work that butcher end down. Kind of see where we're going there. Can see it better out of light. Can see what better out of light, Derek? So have you guys given any thought to what other day you would rather have me do the live streams on? Because like I said, it's getting into the really busy time of year for me, where I should be out working right now with the sun out, especially considering how slow everything had been because of the rain. Everything's backed up, so I really need to find another evening. And a lot of people had suggested Wednesdays or Thursdays. I don't want to do it on Fridays because Roy's on Fridays and kind of a fan, so I'm watching his live stream while he's on there. Sorry, guys. Just trying to clean it up. All right, I'm gonna take this to an octagon, just because it gives you something to hold on to. I feel it doesn't slip through your hand if you're holding a glove as easy, or if you're wearing a glove. These round ones, believe it or not, they slide right out of your hand. So I'm gonna tell you, I like taking mine to an octagon. But I can still hold it with my punch tongs. So either way works, but I just prefer it if I'm holding it by hand to be an octagon. Ben Toons, good morning. Yeah, Richard, you wouldn't think something that big would crack. It it happens though. If I get a blade prepped and polished up, do you think you'd be able to put scales on it and auction it for medical bills? I can try, man. I'm not a knife maker. Uh, I can make them, but I don't I don't know how good a quality I can do with it. I don't have near as much practice with that as I do with tools and stuff like that. But I mean, it's worth a shot. I would be honored to try. I really would. Yeah, Griffin. I've noticed a difference. I started. I used to have round tools, and I would notice because when I'm working bigger pieces of steel, and you're holding a chisel or punch by hand, you need to wear a glove because it's hot. Holding it right over top of that, it is hot. Okay, and sometimes holding it with the glove, I'll just drop it. Sometimes it'll shoot out of my hand when I hit it because I can't grip it. I can't feel it. But when I put it into an octagon, I can feel the ridges. You know, I can feel the grip. I don't know if that makes sense. It makes sense to me. We're making some tooling so we can go back to working on the chest set. Some tooling for the chest set. We're making a butcher tool, fuller tool, probably a bottom swage. That's awesome, Alan. Thank you, man. Just taking it down. I'm not trying to draw it out. I don't want to do it at a super high heat, kind of at a planishing heat. Because I'm trying to just keep it the diameter it is and make it octagonal. And if I get it real hot, I'll be drawing it out. A lot more work. So I'll just, take it slow, low heat, just to clean it up. Do I have a preference on the live stream day? My preference would be any day in the evenings, um, not on the weekend. I would prefer to do it. I would say Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. Well, not Friday. Excuse me, not Friday, because that's when Roy does his, and I don't want to have to not be able to watch Roy's to do mine, and then all that crap. I'd rather be watching Roy's, to be honest with you. So I'm good for any day through the week as long as it's in the evening. So you guys go with that. Okay, Penny, you have a good day. Don't work too hard. Went and picked up some more coal this morning. Finally found me a connection for some bit coal down here, 30 minutes from my house. It's 30 cents a pound, but it's still cheaper than going to the blacksmith supply place up in Asheville. It's a 2-hour drive from me, and they charge 50 cents a pound. So down here, 30 minutes away, 30 cents a pound, can't beat it. Filled my drum up, got a couple more bags in the back. Awesome. If you're anywhere around this area, man, there's a guy in Cherryville, North Carolina that keeps it. It's West Virginia, bit coal, beautiful stuff. Cokes right up, good stuff. I always start forging when I watch Roy. You are absolutely right, John. I can't help it. It's a sickness. A fella asked the other day in a group, said that I'm trying to get into this hobby. What all should I spend my money on? I said you should save your money because this is worse than a crack addiction. It's funny, but hell, it's true. It's just as expensive. Can be. It's like a sickness to me. I always want to be out here swinging the hammer, and I feel weird when I don't. I feel real weird when I don't. More heat. I'm making these tools for my use, so don't expect them to be gorgeous, okay? These ain't for sale. I'm not going to try and make them the most beautiful thing you ever saw. Okay. Wednesdays or Thursdays would probably be your best days for sure. Check my analytics before I choose. Yeah, that's a good idea. I never thought about that, Roy. Check the analytics and see when my peak times, the peak days when people are viewing my videos. Makes sense. See, told you last night I wanted to pick yours and Jessica's brain on how to make my YouTube channel a little better, because right now it's just kind of podunk. Yeah, it's me, country boy out here with a cell phone and an internet connection. No production quality to it, just beating on steel, right? Straighten it up, get it cleaned up, make it serviceable. Next we're going to come in and break these corners back here on the top. Then we'll do some filing on it while it's hot. Cut in that end and clean that back end up there. So you can do a lot of this forge to finish and then just hit it with a rasp. Take it where you need to. You'd be surprised how much material you can move off of there with a rasp while it's hot. Oh, absolutely, Roy. I don't ever want to impede on someone else's live stream, especially when they support me. No way, no how, brother. You know, because I started this stuff because I was watching y'all. I ain't gonna interrupt that, man, because I still want to watch you guys. I'm a big fan. You're always tied up from 7 to 9 on Fridays, yeah? You always go back and catch the replay, though, man. It's always some great stuff, man. Him and his wife put out some awesome content over there, dude. Very, very much so worth your time and effort. You work with a bunch of ugly tools at work, but you can't pick your coworkers, can you? uh, that's the truth, man. That is the truth. Can't pick your ugly friends either, can you, Willie? I got a text this morning about 8 o'clock. Your buddy Willard. What's up, you ugly bastard? What are friends for, huh? Alright, we broke these corners up here. Just broke the corners. We're going to take it to the vise and hit it with a file now. I'll bring the camera in just a second. Let me get it in the vise. See there? Ooh, where'd my rasp go? Wasn't that something? May have lied to you guys. My rasp has walked away. You see my rasp laying there, Willie? Oh, there it is. Almost there. All right. Oops. See what we did there? Clean it up. Still got that little fish mouth. Got it nice and flat. Made it serviceable. Now we're gonna heat it up. We're gonna chuck it up in the vise and we're gonna cut that tip right there. Okay? We're gonna sharpen that up with the file. And then we're gonna normalize that thing a few times while we work on our ball fuller. Alright? First time in a while I've been able to watch the live stream, man. Well, I'm glad you're here. Quick tip, you file at a slight upward angle, you don't get the squeaky noise. At an upward angle, so you mean like that instead of like that. Is what you mean, Roy? Keep the tip of the file from skipping across the material to where the vibration is concentrated toward the back end where you're holding it instead of the front. I don't. Is that kind of what you mean? Hold it like that instead of like that. I'll give that a shot. On the next one I got to anyways because of the butcher, right? It's gonna work, I think. Roy knows his stuff, so this is what I try to tell other folks in certain groups. When someone who clearly has more experience than you offers you information and knowledge, please try to take it. Please try to take it. We're all new in some ways, some respects, and we don't know everything, and someone who knows about something does know something, please try to take their advice. Let's back over here to the vise. We're gonna put it in at an angle like so. And file at that upward angle like Roy says. No squeak. I'll be a monkey's uncle, folks. Man knows what he's talking about. Right. Look at that. See what we got. I think that worked out well, Roy. Filing in an upward motion, just like you said. I didn't hear much squeaking at all, if any. And worked out well. I think we're going to normalize this thing now. You guys think it's ready to normalize? I think so. Alright, we're going to let that normalize. Get it hot one more time and set it to the side. Alright, that thing's heating up, gonna normalize. Let's see. Go back and check out some of these comments. You should pay a camera operator with spoonfuls of marmalade so you don't have to manage the camera while working. I should, shouldn't I? I'm gonna make my next live stream is gonna be a tip jar so everybody can pitch in so I can use that money to pay the cameraman. I need it. I would love to have a cameraman. I know Roy's wife helps him, and it shows, man. It shows right through his channel on how much better it can make it when you have someone give you a hand filming. It really helps. I don't have super chat yet. I broke 1,000 subscribers, Alan, so I've got to submit the application for monetization before they start allowing you to enable those features. And right now they are backlogged. John Norwood at Old Hickory Forge broke 1,000 subscribers back in March, and he submitted his application, and they told him it'd be mid-June before they got to it. Buddy Bell, the guy's name, he's in Blacksmith Trading Post on Facebook. I don't have his email address though. Um, his name's Levi Patterson. He's open for anybody in the area to come by. He posted the ad on Blacksmith Trading Posts on Facebook uh, just yesterday, I think it was, or the day before. And when I was there, he had a bunch. He had well over, I'd say, 1,500 pounds of coal there. And he said when he gets down to about 500, he goes and gets another truckload. So I asked him if he's going to keep it. He says he always keeps it, so he's always got it. He's more than happy. He does work for the railroad, though, and he says that he works long, odd hours. So you have to be patient with his schedule to come and get it. But it is good coal. It's not antibiotic. It's good, clean, bit coal. Cokes up awesomely. Okay? It's well worth the trip over there. No, I didn't get any railroad spikes off of him, but I didn't even think to ask him. I'm sure that he could get a ton, because he forges too. But hello, Peter Trigger. Everybody's yelling. Might be able to make good money on Twitch, especially being one of the first, if not the first blacksmith there. I didn't start YouTube really to make money. I started YouTube to kind of video the things I was doing, and it did take off, and the option to make money is now more in the forefront because of what's going on with my father. It's an avenue for me to make extra income because business is slow on my personal side, on my personal business. It's not slow, it's just the weather's been kicking our tail, and it's just all kinds of things have happened. And then with what's going on with my dad, all the money that I can make is welcome. But I think if I did Twitch, that would wear me out. Trying to do Twitch, to run Patreon, my Facebook page, out here working every day, taking orders, making stuff to sell that people are buying left and right from me. Plus my bit. I just don't think I could take on any more of a workload. I don't think it's possible. As much as I'd like to. Now, today we're going to improvise. I broke, if you seen in the last video, the weld snapped. I bought this. This isn't something I made. I bought this from a well-known supplier, and it snapped right at their weld. I think too much undercut. But now it's a bottom swage, really, to me. A half-round bottom swage is what I'm going to use it for today, instead of making one. I'm eventually going to make one, but this is what we got right here to use today. And that's what I'm going to use. It'll allow me to do a half-round ball fuller, so to speak. Can I forge weld? Yes, I can. Yes, I can forge weld. I can do all. I can do all that stuff, Roy. I'd like to. I think I know where you're going. You're going with take that and forge weld it back up under here. Cut this one off. Slide these back and forge weld that to the top of these. Because I still got the other piece here. And so, do you think you could weld up faces on a wrought iron hammer? I've never made a hammer with welded faces. I'm welcome to try. I welcome the opportunity to try. I should have drilled out a hair before I went in there, but it's alright. We can fix it. I'm just doing this end here. I can grind this side off of here. It ain't gonna be a big deal. So as long as we get the half round. See what we got. Just round that end of it up. I'm always wrong. Ask my woman. Yeah, I know how you feel about that. But then again, I must have been right when I picked her, so hell. And the wife could never argue that point. If you tell her you were right when you picked her, all she can say is, yeah, you're right. And there you go. Roy, you would do that for me, man? That's awesome. Thank you so much. Yes, I will send you. It's ChristCenterForge@gmail.com, correct? Let's go ahead and I want to narrow that up just a hair and go back through that again. I didn't like how wide it got. Much better. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. One more heat, one more pass through it, and I think we'll have it cleaned up and put exactly where we want it in preparation for grinding the ball on the tip of it. I don't have, if you guys have seen, I've been looking on Amazon and stuff, trying to find ball bearings, and I can't find, I just find steel balls. I want some actual 52-100 ball bearings that I can order and not have to order a whole bunch at one time. I want a couple of each size, ranging from 1/2 inch all the way up to 1.5 inches, 2 inch. You know, because I want to make some tooling, some different kind of dies and stuff like that, because I'm trying to get not so much stop making hammers, take a break from it and do some other stuff. But I need to make some tooling to do that. So if you guys know where I could get some, there we go. Okay. Nice half round. And we'll just round the end of it like that now. And we'll make this to be for our eye sockets on the sides of the nose, so to speak. Kind of, it's gonna straight, half round, the eye socket. I need that to do that, okay? Joey has videos on raw. Yeah, I've watched Joey all the time. I just seen he just did one, and it was really tough for him. I think he was putting some too thin of faces on it. Well, I think it was. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of, Richard, was ordering them and they not being what I wanted at all, you know? So if anybody has a good connection on where I can get just some random bearings, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. So we're going to heat this up. And we're going to try and knock these corners off with the file over here. And if I can't, I'll just take it to the slack part of my belt real quick in there on the belt grinder and take care of that. And then, of course, we're going to make it octagonal as well. Just because Like I said, I prefer it that way. I need to get a chimney fixed over here. Being outside, I figure you don't need a chimney, but yeah, with this coal you do. It's a whole lot different than anthracite. This is a whole different beast when it comes to smoke. I got a fan blowing it away from me, so I'm not worried about the smoke on me, but it does put off a lot of smoke that I would like to make a natural draft hood for the coal forge. Yeah, hammer, that has to be a chore. It is a chore, man. Hammers are not at all an easy thing to do by hand. I don't care how many you've done, it's not easy. It's physically demanding. We haven't seen Tim in here yet. Haven't seen Tim yet. Somebody call him if you got his phone number. Say, wake up. Ting needs to ask you something, Tim. All right, we're gonna make this thing octagonal now. It is warm out here. This is another reason why I want to do it in the evening, guys. It's almost too hot to be out here. They always said only a white man's foolish enough to be out in the evening sun. I got that from John Switzer just the other day. He said in one of his videos, being in the noonday sun is ridiculous. And he is absolutely right. Tim, you're here. Hey. Something to show you, buddy. Let me get this piece out of the fire. So, we broke 1,000 subscribers last night, Tim, if you hadn't noticed. And you also know we was working on the that billet of canister Damascus that you sent me last week. Worked on it last week, making that dog's head hammer. And everything went great. Forged it, awesome. The grind, got rid of that crack that you had, or that little D-land that you had told me about in the corner of the billet. That's all when I got here, got rid of that. Went in for the warm oil quench. Brother, I am so sorry. But it cracked right there. See it? It's a pretty good crack too. It's not salvageable as far as to make a usable hammer. But here she is. There's the hammer. What do you think, Tim? There's your billet. I think it's beautiful. Everybody else likes it. Um, being, no, I don't need another billet. No, no, no. You've sent me two already. I would never ask that. Um, Basically, what I want to ask you is, since it cracked, and I really don't feel proper selling a cracked hammer, selling it for money, even if they knew that it was cracked before they purchased it. Uh, I don't feel right something, man. And it's not meant for me to keep. It's not what it was for. It was meant to go to somebody. Um, and you guys have supported me since it started. You guys are the reason I'm at 1,000 subscribers, man. You guys are here all the time. Everybody that's in here is always here every Saturday watching me. You've been a huge support for me and for what's going on with my father. And I can't thank you guys enough for that stuff, really, man. It really means a lot to me. It's very moving how compassionate and how together the blacksmithing community is and can be. It's on the outside looking in, everybody thinks blacksmiths are a bunch of hard-nosed guys, that they're mean. And sometimes we can be a little brash, but every one of you that I've ever talked to, ever dealt with, has a heart and is not afraid to show it. And it means the world to me and my family right now. It truly does. And we're very thankful for you guys. And that being said, Tim, I want your permission to use this for my 1,000 subscriber giveaway. I want to give this away for my 1,000 subscribers. And I want your blessing, because I know you sent it to me to sell to try and help benefit my father's conditions and everything. I don't feel proper selling a cracked hammer, but I do think, and enough people have come to me and said that they would still buy it, but it's just something in me that says I don't want to sell it because it's cracked. It's not. To me, it's faulty. When I send you something, I don't send wall hangers. Even though it's Damascus, it was meant to be a functioning hammer. So I would like your blessing, Tim, to use this as my 1,000 subscriber giveaway, since we broke that milestone last night. Tell me what you think. Everybody still here? We'll see you, Richard. Tell your granddaughter good luck with her T-ball. Hope she knocks it out of the park. Yeah, I think so too, Roy. I don't think it'll ever. I just if somebody wanted to use it and they did and they took it upon themselves to use it at their own risk, I'm sure it would last. I'm sure that it would hold up. I'm sure, like you said, that because it's in a non-critical location. I don't think it would come apart by any means. It's unfortunate that it cracked. It really is. The crack comes right. It goes from here up to that corner and onto the cheek right here. It stops right here. So, God, I'm sweating. So, all I need is for Tim to say yay or nay. And if he says yay, then that's going to be what we're going to give away. Yeah, I had a couple people tell me to weld it up and grind it down and then etch it, and it'll just etch gray like the rest of the stuff. But, man, when you make hammers and people expect them to look a certain way, and I just couldn't bring myself to do it. It would fix it. Yeah, the crack in the steel pick on Facebook looked pretty gnarly. It is. It's a gnarly crack. By no means is it a surface crack at all. So, all right, I showed that to Tim. I sat down. I had me a drink. I was stalling, wasn't I? We're gonna get back to this half-round ball fuller. finish bring that thing to octagon shape and hit it with the file. We're just broke an hour, so probably gonna finish bringing this thing to octagon, and then we're gonna be calling this one done. It's not gonna be an extra long live stream today. I do typically I make any kind of hammers you want except for flatters. I don't have a swage block to make them, but any other hammers I make. But that's a caveat. I am closing sales on my hammers this month. This last month. Won't be selling hammers anymore. As much as I love selling hammers, as much as people come to me wanting hammers, I want to make other things too. And whenever you make hammers in the volume that I do, because I sell probably 20 hammers a month. And that don't seem like a whole lot, but when you're doing them by hand, whew, that's a lot. It don't give you any time to do anything else. So I would do something else, and the only way I can do that is to stop making hammers for a while. You know, so I'm going to continue making the hammers that I've sold. I will not sell any more after this month. So if you want any hammers, you need to contact me, countylineforge@gmail.com. And we can get you taken care of. But if you wait till the end of this month, wait till this month is over, you're just going to have to wait until a year, maybe two, when I go back to doing it. Oh, Tim, no, man. I have complete confidence in your billets, brother. The other billet didn't come apart. I messed up on that. This billet cracked after the quench, or during the quench. I think that has more to do with me and my normalizing, and because I'm no pro with Damascus. I could never in my life would I imagine to be able to say this is your fault. To me, that's one of those things. Cross your fingers. I don't care what it is. It could be mono steel. I've had mono steel crack on me, Tim. So don't. Please do not say that. I don't blame you a bit. If anything, I feel like it's my fault because I'm a novice when it comes to Damascus. I don't mess with it much. I can make it, but I don't do it often enough to say that I know much about it at all. Bring it out, straighten it up a little bit more. Then we'll take it over there and try and hit that end with a file. See what we can do with that rasp. Yeah, Tim, please blame me on this, man. This is my inexperience with the material by far, I believe, is what caused that crack. You know, maybe I didn't heat the oil properly. Maybe I didn't have it warm enough. Maybe I didn't have the Damascus at the right temperature when I quenched it. There's so many variables that could be my fault. I could never imagine trying to blame you because it was a solid billet when you sent it to me. And you can't do any more than that. When you make Damascus, you can't guarantee that it's not going to malfunction when you're forging it, because you and I know, everybody else that messes with it knows you got to work it at a certain temperature, or you run a higher risk of stuff like this happening. And if you don't, you can't guarantee how I'm going to forge it. You can't guarantee what temperature I'm running at. So please do not blame yourself at all. Blame me. How big of a hole do I need? You just need a hardy hole. That mine's a 1 inch. It's supposed to be 1 inch. It's more like 1.125 now. It's worn a little bit, but mine's 1 inch. When you drift a hammer, I'm gonna sacrifice. I'm gonna finish straightening this up, and I'll show you. You don't necessarily need a hardy hole, depending on how creative you are. Got it pretty straight now. Nice and octagonal. Alright, now we're going to work on that end, see if we can chuck it up in the vise over there and take a file to it and round it up a little bit. I know we ain't going to get it perfect. I ain't going to have to clean it up with the sander a little bit, but I think I can get it pretty close with that file. I really do. 38 people watching, 28 likes. Pound that like button, folks. Ben Toon says he wants that cracked Damascus one that Tim and I both built. Yeah, well, I'm giving it away. So stay tuned. That is the giveaway. That hammer. Tim has approved it. He has given me his blessings to give that away, and that is what I'm going to do. I think everybody's going to love that, because so many people have said they want to buy it simply because Tim made the billet and I made the hammer, and it's just kind of like a memorabilia piece. And yeah, I think they would buy it, but I think it'd be even cooler if we gave it away. I think it'd be even cooler. It's a ball-end punch. Yes, it's a half-round ball-end punch. If that makes any sense. Half-round ball-end punch. All right, we got it hot. I'm taking the vise real quick. I'll spin the camera around with me. Knock those edges off, and it makes it easier to file. It's kind of an odd shaped, because it's to make eye sockets. It's to make eye sockets on the bridge, beside the bridge of the nose. You know, this right here, how it's shaped, it's kind of an oval half round. Really, it's weird. But I'm gonna spin it around. Get this other side. think we got it to the point where it'll clean up rather quickly on the sander. Let's clean that back end up right there. It didn't fish mouth nearly as much as the last one, so I was just gonna heat this up and file this down. I don't even got to break them corners. So let me get this in the fire real quick. Yeah, Griffin, files only cut in one direction, brother. When you pull back on your backstroke, if you're dragging back, all you're doing is dulling your file. Yep, like Roy just said, and all the rest of the guys. Yep. Yeah, don't saw back and forth with the file. That'll wear it out faster than anything. And don't stack files on top of each other in the drawer. That's an old Farrier's rasp that I've got there. That's nothing that I bought. That's just something that I had, and it works good for hot rasping out here at the forge. I've got good file sets inside when I'm doing stuff like that. But I've got some old grass out here that I use, old crappy files I use out here for hot work that, I don't really care about. But as far as good files, don't let them stack on top of each other. Cover each one with like a little sheath, maybe it be a rubber hose or, a piece of leather or cloth or something like that to roll them up in so they're not touching each other, because files rubbing together dull each other constantly. They're constantly dulling each other. Hot. Yeah, you guys hear my chickens over laying eggs? That's the egg song. Them ladies is laying eggs. My little breakfast birds. I mean, chickens are great. They poop breakfast. How can you not like chickens? If we can just find an animal that poops bacon, we'll be set, right? I'm trying, Roy, to keep it from whistling or squealing like that. Trying to remember to go in an upward motion. And you're right, every time I go upwards, it stops squeaking. Something I've got to train myself to do. It's great advice. Thank you for that advice, sir. All right. Now all that's left is normalize this one. And I think we got a butcher and a ball fuller tool for an eye socket ready to go for next week. What do you guys think? I'm gonna normalize this. Then I'll just clean that up to a 120 or 220 grit. I think it's gonna make a fine eye socket. And for the giveaway, I want to do some kind of contest. There's 1,000 of you. So Obviously, there's something you're going to have to do to be entered in the giveaway for the hammer. Uh, and I'll come up with that in the next day or so, and I'll put the video out, and you guys can partake in that to be entered into the giveaway. So thank you, Roy. Thank you. You really should be an instructor, by the way, man. You just have a way of dealing with people, treating people, talking to people, your presence with them. You know, you're a positive presence around someone who's trying to learn, and that's awesome. I think that serves an instructor sometimes better than their knowledge. It's just their presence and the way they can communicate with folks, and you're spot on with that, brother. So, Jeff, you're gonna have to get in. I think it's gonna be like the last one. I don't want to be super and just put out a video and say, hey, comment here and I'll enter you in. You know, I'd like to do like a trivia question and give you like a date that it has to be answered by. No later than that date, and everybody that gets the correct answer gets entered in. And it's something that you can look up. It'll be something, you know, you can go and look up. Or it might be something I talked about in a video. It's going to be something that you're going to be able to find. It's not going to be something that, oh, if you don't know it, you just don't know it. You're SOL. No, everybody's going to have the opportunity to be able to take the time to look it up and find it if they want to be entered in it. So it's not going to be some rocket science question. So don't worry about that, guys. It's going to be for everybody. Okay? So be on the lookout for that video. Definitely in the next day, two at the most. I've got some stuff to take care of. Busy day as always. It's Saturday, race day, you know. So don't expect it this afternoon. And that's right, faithful followers reference a video, and it may be something along those lines, you know, something to show that you guys actually have paid attention to me and you ain't just here looking at the dirt around me. I don't know why else you would be here other than listening to watch. So, but yeah, if you've been around for a while, I think that'd be a great way to tribute something. Go back to one of my earlier videos. You never know. Just be on the lookout the next day or two for the video. It won't be but like a 2-3 minute video, something short, quick for you to watch. And yeah, once we hit the deadline, we're gonna give this away. Shipping is paid, unless of course you live across the pond. You're gonna have to meet me in the middle on that because it's expensive to ship something across the pond. The last hammer that I sent across the pond cost $70 to ship it. So yeah, I'd like for you guys to be able to get in on, but you're gonna have to meet me in the middle on the shipping, I think. So, but everybody is welcome to. It's free shipping, of course, in the United States. But as always, I appreciate everybody taking the time to watch the live stream. We went an hour and 20 minutes today. Had a lot of you guys in here, 36 watching right now. Thank you again. Everybody say thank you to Tim. He's the one that sent the billet over for me to make the hammer out of, and it's a beautiful billet, man. I think it's gorgeous. The camera don't do it justice. If you win it, wait till you get it in your hand, and you're just gonna be like, really, you know? Yeah, it's amazing. Bacon making machine. Yeah, I wish. Everybody give a round of applause for Tim, though. Really give him some hands, because the man did an awesome job on this billet. And I really hate that I cracked it, Tim. I'm so sorry. I wish it could have held together, but it's still beautiful nonetheless. Thank you again to every single one of you guys. You guys are awesome. We broke 1,000 subscribers, and that is because of you guys. You guys rock. And when I made this channel, I never expected to hit 100, much less 1,000, especially not in the short amount of time. 7 months, 1,000 subscribers in 7 months. I started at the end of November with my first crappy video. It was a tomahawk video. It's not even up anymore. But it's turned into more crappy videos with just more people watching them. No, I have a whole lot of fun doing this, guys, man. This is a passion for me, and it really blows my mind that there's that many of you guys that want to watch me do it, that are that happy to sit and watch somebody do this. It's amazing. I never expected it. I mean, I seen all these other guys' channels, and I thought, man, they've been at it for years. They've got connections. They've been doing this for years, and there's no way I could ever have a successful channel because there's already people doing it. Well, I was wrong. And guys like Roy and Tim and Jason over at HOJ Forge, and then other folks. You got John Coffey in here, who's been really huge inspiration to me. Huge supporters like Ben Toombs and Liam Buck, and you got Alan Beasley. All you, every one of you guys, man, are amazing. You all been very awesome. You've talked to me in private, man, and you're good people. You're really good people, and it's a pleasure to have folks like you guys supporting me, and that's one of the big reasons why I do this. So again, thank you so much for helping me break 1,000 subscribers. That means a lot. And as we say here at County Line Forge, we'll see you on the next one, guys. It'll be happening for sure.